Introing? Are you introing or am I introing?
It doesn't matter. Because I actually know how to intro this time.
You want to show the people your work?
Fine. Well, I did like the last 2 episodes.
You keep telling me you know how to intro.
Fine. I mean,
What are you going to do if I'm not here? What if I died? What if I just
I'm going to
perish?
try.
What if I got hit by a Hyundai? Then what'd you do? You just what an intro? You just sit here for like 40 minutes like...
Guys, so not only am I looking for a Fargo Food Tour co-host, I'm also looking for a Bison Overtime co-host because apparently Logan died.
You're writing me off already?
I don't know what I can do because he died in a Hyundai crash, and we're all just grieving about him right now. That's what I like. What do you want me to say to that?
Welcome back to Bison Overtime with me, the apparently dead co-host, and my co-host Vinny Anderson. Thank you, Vinny, for my eulogy. Very, very heartwarming. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you are very alive.
Happy to bring in the sports podcast on such a high note. Great.
Logan's alive. We're all good.
Since I'm
Bison Overtime.
Now that everyone in the back is woken up, apparently since I'm on borrowed time, let's not waste any time. Unreal.
As we go into Bison Sports
Always
recap,
different
as
intro.
men beat NDSU 74-73 in overtime. Wild game right there.
Absurd. I mean, Bonus Guenterberg has a double-double on the night. Bison shooting electric, 39% from three. I mean, this is what you want if you're NDSU. You wanted your best shooter to have a great night. You wanted to have a great night from deep. Just obviously they don't want it to be overtime, but this is back and forth, and you take wins any way you can have them. It doesn't matter if it's by 20, if it's by 1, if it's 1 overtime, 5 overtimes. A win's a win, and it's going to count the same at the end of the year. So, really big performance. They did need that after the last couple of games. They've been struggling a little bit. So, every conference win right now is massively important to this team.
For sure. And, I mean, when you're shooting about 40% from the three-point line and shooting well from the field, like, you're bound to have a good game. And, like you said, we definitely needed to bounce back from the losing streak that we've been having lately. And this right here against the team down south, really good way to
Really good way to bounce back,
There you
bring
go,
the
yeah.
season back.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well
yeah.
put.
What do
Vinny.
you think? What do you
Always
think?
killer with the analogies, this guy. I tell you what, they should call you Coach Analogy because you just kill it. Every time it's like Socrates is speaking.
My AI
Aristotle,
brain did not process anymore. It just kind of stopped.
ChatGPT quit. Has stopped responding, as they say. Has stopped saying anything, I guess. But it was a good night to be a North Dakota State Bison fan. I mean, just simply put, any time that you can beat South Dakota State, I don't care if it's in curling, I don't care if it's in hockey. I wish we had a hockey team. That'd be kind of
We do
fire.
have a club hockey team.
Not the same.
Not the same.
Just not the same.
It's not the same, but it's still a team. We still have a hockey team or club.
Yeah,
so.
Guenterberg only 14 points on the night, so not like a high scoring. If you told me start of the night he had a double-double, I'd say like 20, but 14, 11 boards. Really got out like after it on the defensive rebounds. Just I think that sets a tone a bit. Played 41 minutes, which is close to the whole game. So it's been fun to watch him sort of grow into that leadership role as the season's gone on. So hopefully that carries a bit more weight as the season continues and we start to roll into like that Summit League tournament.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I mean, we would like to see a little bit better scoring from our starters because Stumberg and Morgan made the majority of our starting points, but then on the bench, Jakari White and Jakari White and Waddles made 19 points. So just about the same as the starters. We would like to see a little bit better from there, but other than that, we definitely did have a good game. And
if you're the Bison though, you can't let Zeke Mayo run away with 35 points.
I know.
It's not even a great shooting from the field, only 9 for 23, so average, but
yeah, 14, but you had 14 free throws
is absurd.
What the hell,
that's
dude?
not good. Like that should cost you most games. It didn't this time.
Thank gosh.
I mean, free throws are about the same. Like SGC only got 21, NDSU got 23. So you're telling me that one player had 2/3 of their free throws. So you've got to change defense on that. And when you're rolling into like these stronger conference teams, and you get into that tournament, because it's unlikely we're going to have a top seed, so we're probably going to have to play a top team. You need to shut down that top player.
Yeah.
You can't send him to the line
No.
7 times. You just
Holy
can't.
crap.
Like, that's going to cost you. It didn't against SDSU, thankfully, but I mean it could very easily in the future.
Look, it was him missing his one free throw. He was 13 for 14. He missed that one free throw.
That's all it took.
All it took. Game over.
Yeah, basically.
You know,
That's the weird part about these kinds of games. You can play like that. That's all it took. 1 point. So.
you can only do so much to carry a team, and Mayo did his best, and with him
and
the
everybody forgot the
Jackrabbits-
rest apparently because they just didn't do anything else around them.
Nope.
Half the points on the night. So that's. I don't know if this is more of NDSU winning or SDSU losing, but like I said, wins are wins, and you got to take it. But the next game was definitely more of NDSU losing because 58-60. This is what, like the lowest scoring game on the year? I think total score. I mean, I'll look quickly. I don't think anything.
Right back to our streak of losing, but yeah,
The next lowest game
is
on
against
scoring
UC Davis.
for like total score is against Oak Hill Christian, and that was 122 combined. This one was 118. So a game where it's 108-14 had more total points than this game. So.
Well, I mean, going back to UC Davis, it was also 68.
That's 121. Yeah, so close, but this is a defensive game. I don't know. It didn't seem like either team shot poorly, like per se. I mean, I guess UND 22% from 3, probably not great, but
looking at the statistics here, we had a better game. It looks like we had a better game, except for we turned the ball over 4 times, and one of those costed us.
4 more times, yeah. It feels like maybe one of those games where they just dragged out possessions, not a lot of getting sent to the line, not a lot of fast down the court, plays, and just couldn't get enough in the end. I don't know. Like I haven't gone back and watched the highlights enough to know, but it's kind of confusing to see this low of a score from NDSU men's game, and the Bison not pull it out. So hard to say. Definitely a tough one they needed to have. Now they fall to 10-13 on the year, so it's gonna be tricky now because now you're 8th in the Summer League. So
yeah, it's gonna be definitely hard to rebound from it. But you know what's not hard to rebound from is losing to SDSU and beating UND like the women's basketball did. That was a decent transition there, I think.
yeah, well, way to pat yourself on the back. No, I mean, if the men couldn't score against UND, the women just did the exact opposite. 101 points. Al Evans, 33 on the night, 10 boards, just electric, like night and day. It's almost like the last couple of shows we've done where we've seen the men shot terrible from 3, the women shot amazing, and then they played Saturday, and then they flipped that role. This felt like. Women lose to SSU, they barely score. Men beat them in overtime. Men barely score against UND, they lose. Women blow the roof off the stadium practically. I mean, 101 points is just insane. So I don't know if anybody wanted to play defense, but
no, defense
it wasn't. This wasn't like Evans' last game where she went off, where she just went electric, 3 after 3 after 3. She just made shots on volume. Just
it was crazy. It was crazy to watch, but
yeah. You were there? You watched it?
No, but I watched it on TV.
Oh, Vinny.
Were you there?
No.
Okay then. Don't even. Oh, Vinny, me.
No, I think when was that? Saturday?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I was sick that day. So.
Yeah, 11 scored 17 points against SDSU. So I mean, you can't really complain. That's our star player right there on women's basketball.
5 for 14 though.
Right.
I said this earlier in the year. It feels like if Evans just can't be stopped, this team can't be stopped either. But we're still waiting for someone to really emerge to support her, because Hamlin makes points, but she makes points with such a high volume of shots. She's not someone who makes all 4 or 5 shots. She has to take double-digit looks. So you need someone who can step in,
Be
make
consistent.
3-4 shots, give you those extra points that you need, because that would have got it done for you in that game.
For
To be
sure.
brutally honest, it doesn't take much. You just need someone else to fill that sharpshooting role. Besides Evans, of course.
Yeah, and it's very hard when you have one star player because then you have double teams going on.
I'd say
and then
two.
someone else you're not.
I mean, I'd say that Evans is definitely the one and Hamlin's the two. It's kind of what it feels like this season. It might flip. It could easily flip, but right now it feels like Evans is the first threat, and then Hamlin is the next threat.
Yep.
And then everyone else just kind of comes after that. Because that's usually how you build your basketball defenses. Who's our biggest threat? Who's the second biggest? Is there a third? And if not, just focus the floor.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
especially I'm imagining that a lot of these teams are playing more zone D.
Mhm.
You see a lot of those looks with women's college basketball.
Right.
So, but I saw that it was 3 for 15 from the rest of the starters on the night,
It's
which
not
is
good.
really not
It's
good.
so bad. It's really bad.
That's not going to win you a game.
Mm-mm.
So
No, it's
they
not.
they know that.
Right.
You would imagine they know that, unless you're their coach.
I'm not the coach.
You'd walk in there, you'd be like, "Good job, Hamplin. Way to bring it to him." Can't believe.
Good job. Can't play.
I mean, I read it right there. It's terrible.
Yeah, guys.
For those who don't know, Vinny loves to write scripts, and I don't know how you read them.
Yeah, all this.
Yeah, you wrote L. Evans having day, looking like Kobe, which I know what you're going for. And then
Al Evans having a day, looking like Kobe.
you could have put A. It's one.
No, I
Having day? You were too lazy to put a space and an A.
Yes, and another space. That's 3 unnecessary types when I already know what I'm going to say.
3. You already need one of the spaces to get the next word. What do you mean?
I can go. Al Evans having a day, looking like Kobe. Instead
If you really hate spaces that much, you can put a dash between every single word. See how easy that is to read. Just ridiculous, honestly. My co-host, too lazy to type the letter A.
And I separated their names, so it's very hard to read. I'm like, dude, what am I reading here?
Yeah, that's recommended. I mean, if you really can't get familiar with the last name or first name.
I hate typing the same letters, huh?
You really hate typing letters, but yeah, I don't know how you left these in there, but whatever. It's all right.
Speaking of basketball, they both play Kansas City.
Yeah,
Women's
they don't both travel. I mean,
men's host.
I guess they travel in the sense that they switch spots. So.
And look at my co-host coming unprepared, charging his laptop.
I'm a hardworking.
if you're gonna
I'm a hardworking academic weapon. This laptop was going through a class before it got here. All right, I'll have you and the people know.
All
So
right.
I will not be harassed about that.
Got to put academic weapon right on the top of you. Just academic weapon right here.
But we're reeling down on Bison basketball. There's only 8 games left of regular season, and then we're into the tournament. So it's gonna go fast.
Bum bum bum.
Yeah, that's right. So not looking good for the men. They're 8th right now in the Summit League. I believe the women are slightly better. I want to say 3rd or 4th, 2nd. Not even better than I had them at.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, who are they behind?
SDSU.
Is it SDSU?
Yeah.
That's true. They did lose to them. That would make sense. Yeah, it is. SDSU's undefeated.
See, I know my stuff, guys. This guy
SDSU
doesn't.
is
He's like,
undefeated. They lost Oral Roberts, so they have the tiebreaker over them somehow, because they haven't played another conference game yet. So they have technically a better conference record, but Oral Roberts would win the tiebreaker. So it's neck and neck, I guess, between 4 teams for second place in Summit League on the women's side. For the men's side, the Bison are pretty far down on the list.
Mhm.
So, but doesn't everybody get in the tournament? I'm remembering that right? With the exception of maybe A team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's March Madness that might happen coming up here.
Might happen.
Or
What-
it will happen.
Oh, what are you trying to say, Vinny?
You
Tell the
know,
people what you're trying to say.
we
You
never know.
trying to start a nuclear warfare?
We never
Biological
know.
warfare?
We never
Another
know.
pandemic?
You know, just don't put a red button at this desk. We're perfectly
No, because
fine.
you'd be like this the whole time, pressing it, and the mic would pick it up. I know how this works. Speaking of,
And
I should move
every
these
country
away.
other than the U.S. gets blown to pieces.
I should put these away from because I know how you are around things you can mess with. Yeah, it's gone. So, if you're wondering, Vinny should not apply for president because he can't stop himself from pushing a button. He just can't. Like, any buttons back there, if you look at them for like 5 seconds, you'll hit it. It's just like, you don't even realize it.
Just give me an ice cream cone and
You'd be the most interesting switcher operator ever. Like, I'd be amazed to see what product we got out of it, if any at all.
I don't think we would.
No.
Just give me
No.
just give me an ice cream cone and put me in the White House. It's gonna be exact same as
Joe?
what we're doing. Yep. Just
Can
call
you
me Joe and we're fine.
Can you do the part where he wanders around stage? That's like one of my favorite parts. I mean, you already have like better teleprompter reading skills than him. But anyways, enough.
Do I? Do I?
Not off of paper, no. Enough about our loving president. Who's totally capable. Totally. Politics are politics. We'll wait till November.
Yeah, just cut all the politics.
We don't have to wait
Just cut
till
those
November
whole-
for March Madness because then
Nope.
it'd be November. I don't even know. Just November Madness, I guess.
That's what it seems
November
like.
nuttiness. I don't know.
Nuttiness? What?
It's
It's supposed to be Donut November. Jesus Christ.
What else ends in S that starts with an N that you could spin? Nothing. Nothingness? November nothingness? I guess. I don't know. Shut up my birthday month, I guess. Just not meant for March Madness, but only 10 teams of the 68 team field are locks as of today. I believe
Door's wide open.
I believe
The door
Purdue
is
and
open.
Purdue and Wisconsin, I believe, are the two that are locks for the Big Ten. I can pull it up. You're not gonna be able to find it.
Fine. Just
I've got ESPN
Donk.
Plus, Vinny. I'll let you know. I'm a very serious journalist. All right.
I see.
Very serious.
I see that.
Nobody journalizes like I do, and my laptop can't do that.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
for the
You have to
ACC
be better than me.
We're gonna break this down. I want to spend some time on. Yeah. Just hold it like that for the rest of the show.
All right. Here. Now
Welcome into the solo show. It's I'm back. It's me, Logan, joined by Flat Laptop.
Flat laptop is talking.
Just wham!
Whoa!
You couldn't stop it. You go right in your
No, I
face.
could not.
So for ACC, the locks right now are North Carolina after they beat Duke. Duke's in the should be in category, which is basically an almost lock. And then pretty much the rest of the ACC's on the fence. That's like winning. Big 12 locks, Houston and Kansas. There's a lot of teams. Big East, UConn and Marquette. Not surprising. Marquette's been dominant. UConn's been
dominant.
I mean, they won the championship last year.
Yep.
That puts you almost in lock conversation as long as you don't choke like Gonzaga does. So, speaking of the Zags, I think they're struggling. I don't think that they have a good shot this year. But Purdue, Wisconsin, both locks. Very odd because Wisconsin was not considered a good team going in.
Good job. Good job, Wisconsin.
Thanks.
You guys actually couldn't make it
We're
in.
killing it. We're killing it. Wisconsin's always good at one sport. If it's not football, it's something else. But Arizona's
It's
a
never
lock.
football.
Arizona's very dominant March
Lock.
Madness team. They're one to watch out for. And then SEC, Tennessee, and Alabama. Not a surprise. Kind of annoying actually that Alabama's now good at basketball and football. Like, pick one, nerds. God,
You're just jealous.
go spend some time in a classroom.
You're just jealous.
Can be good at everything. It's like that one kid who gets picked first at recess for every sport. He has to like let everyone know that's his whole thing. It's weird. Alabama's that kid.
They are that kid.
Yeah, everyone else, it's like, oh, Bobby's good at basketball. This guy's good at football. No, Alabama's good at everything. Just everything. They should do your taxes. They should do football. They should do baseball, basketball, curling, hockey. It's like, how about you study? Where's his free time coming from? But
Yeah, are you even doing good in your classes?
yeah, facts. No one's a lock, I think, for any of the other conferences. Like American, there's no lock. FAU's like in the lead. Mountain West, Utah State, San Diego State are like the most likely. Others, Dayton should make it in. Indiana State, there you go. Apparently Indiana State's got a good shot at making it in. That's a team that we're very familiar with football up here.
For sure.
Work to do Gonzaga is very weird.
Gonzaga, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Gonzaga
not
missing
good
is
yet.
very strange. We have not seen that in recent years at all. But it's going to get fun. It's only going to ramp up. Like we were saying for NDSU basketball, it's like about a month left, maybe a month and change left of like regular season play, then all the conference tournaments in like a 2-week stretch, and then March Madness. So, and 68 teams technically is the field because you have the 4 play-in games, but I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be fun to recap all like the games from that first weekend
For
Ben
Mm-hmm.
and even for this show because football's gonna be over.
Right.
So
And we got nothing to talk about.
Oh, no. Yeah.
We're just sitting here twiddling our
Yeah.
thumbs.
So where do you think Caleb Williams is going? But no, some big games. Like I said, UNC number 3 UNC beats Duke. That was big. That pretty much locked them into March Madness.
Locked.
Number 4 Kansas got upset by Kansas State.
Sheesh.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
The last thing you needed. And then, of course, I know I made a joke about it, but Caleb Williams, this is the other big talking point around college sports, is now playing the game of, if you're not a college basketball fan, if you're a college football fan, where do these guys go? Where do they get drafted? I mean, we've got some guys in the draft here at NDSU, so now it's just you're playing Cupid basically at this point of the year because nobody knows.
Right.
I mean, other years
you can set up your mock drafts all you
Yeah.
want, and at the end of the day, when the draft actually happens, all your mock drafts that you've been doing, out the door. Just
Yeah, because like I feel like other years we've had like a consensus number 1 guy. Like last year was like Bryce Young. Like what was it? The year before that, I'm trying to remember. We had like
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. That was 3 years ago, I think. Lawrence was a had to be. Joe Burrow was a has to be number 1. Myles Garrett was a has to be number 1. Baker was kind of surprise pick. Like 2018 feels like the last time we really had.
Oh, last year was either Hutchinson or
Yeah.
the lineman.
Oh,
the
that's
D
true.
lineman.
Trayvon Walker.
Yep.
Yeah. From like
Because
Florida.
Hutchinson should have been 1 this whole time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, no, boom, just like what? When did Trayvon Walker become the number 1 pick?
It made it cool though because he went to Detroit where like he played and grew up basically, so that was kind of.
And now the Jaguars are biting themselves in the foot.
They're doing all right. I
I don't
mean,
even know
they,
if that
they would
makes
rather
sense.
have Hutchinson, I'm sure, but you know, we'll see. But no, this feels like the first draft where we've had like it has to be a quarterback near the top, but we don't know who's taking the quarterback.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a
Caleb
consistent
Williams,
number
Drake
1 now,
May.
so which is nice.
Yeah, he kind of feels like he's pulling away as consistent number 1. Like it's him, Drake May. Penix was really high up. I don't know how much that
Drop.
college playoff game hurt him, the championship game.
Yeah.
Some other big names.
Got him down
I'm
a little
blanking
bit.
on them right now, of course.
Mock draft.
Let's just go NFL draft QB rankings. That's easy. That's fresh.
I
That's
gotcha.
why I bring it up here
See,
because
look.
I can't remember all this in my
Look at
head.
that.
It's not that big of a
There
head.
you go. Here, look. See? We're right here.
Yeah, way to go. Way to mute your computer. Yeah,
Just
so
did.
yeah, they don't even have Penix close to the top. Yeah, see. Yeah, so there's one I was forgetting. Jaden Daniels. I was like, I knew I was forgetting one big name. So Williams, I guess May and Daniels are kind of exchangeable. JJ McCarty's really
Bo Nix.
taken off
Bo Nix.
with his playoff status. Bo Nix.
Penix. And then Spencer Rattler somehow is at the top
Yeah.
100.
Jordan Travis feels very low. Travis was very good before he got hurt, so I think that's a concern.
You know, Tua's brother's in the draft now, too.
Yeah, Talia, we talked about that a couple weeks back. He got forced in. And then, of course, just, other guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Tanner Mordecai's in there? The Wisconsin, the Badger?
Yep, right here. 724. I don't even know if there's spots there, but, maybe on draft free agent.
Yeah, he's getting signed to a camp at best.
Mm-hmm.
It's now that time. It's basically, this is full draft, like, mock time.
I think the week before the draft, we should do a mock draft simulator and just do our predictions.
Oh, do our picks?
Yeah, that would be a good show.
Pick for our teams or whatever. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be good. And then we'd like analyze like what the AI picked and just be like, why would they pick that
Why
guy?
would they pick that guy? What the hell?
And then also we're trying to get the show in here to like a nearby sports bar for the draft. That'd be fun.
Woo!
Giving that secret away a little bit early.
Yeah, way to give everyone our secret.
They were gonna find out one way or another. It's still in the works.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, you really
I
hate Addy back
I
in the
do.
back.
I'm sorry.
That's terrible.
Addy, your
Thumbs
ears
down.
okay?
Big thumbs down.
Could you change
There it is. Yeah, see.
change the camera to camera 1? Just
Camera
shaking
1?
your head. Shake your head like.
Still thumbs down.
Hey, Addy made it to the camera.
Yeah.
Yay.
The
See,
face in the back is no longer just a mystery.
It took her going deaf to get on camera.
It took like 2.5 months of overtime. But and then the other big college news is they're already talking about expanding the playoff. We just got to 12. There's already talks because now, the Big Ten and the SEC are 16 and 18 teams. I mean, Vinny, what are we doing here? Why do we have conferences that are almost 20 teams large? How is that? It doesn't make any sense. The Big Ten is now 16. This feels like a kid who doesn't change their birthday, even though they've already aged. It's like that one person that you work with. They're like, "Oh, I'm 24 forever." It's like, no, you're 45. I'm so over conferences with numbers in it because they're all lies. I don't even think the Big 12 has 12. I think it's like 14.
Yep, it is.
The Big 10 has 16. The Pac-12 is dead. The Pac-12 is a Pac-nothing now. Pac-0. It's like a soda.
Soda? Minnesota.
Yeah. Minnesota. I was really hoping I've been saying that I've wanted it to be like 32. That's kind of been my dream number, because you would get the whole top 25, a couple of teams that deserve it. That would be cool.
That would be.
How realistic is that? I don't know.
Not really.
Just
get rid of the bowl games. Just go.
They
Everyone
could.
makes the playoffs at the end of the year.
Everybody who's bowl eligible should.
Versus the worst, and just go from there.
Everybody who's bowl eligible should. The only bowl game they should keep is that's dedicated is Navy Army.
Yeah. That's
it. That's not even a bowl game. That's just their annual tradition. Obviously you keep the bowl names as the title for the playoff games. This isn't brandless round of 32. No. You say, college football playoff, round of whatever, brought to you by blank. Done. It'd be kind of cool. You could have the Rose Bowl be one of the semifinal games. That's what they do already. So
just top 6 teams of that division make the playoffs, but then they all have to face each other, and then whoever makes it out of their best conference, boom, best conference, boom.
That's
and then
interesting.
Go right into the championship.
So not a traditional format where it's 1 to 32. That's something.
Your conference against each other.
Although you're gonna have to explain to the smaller conferences why the bigger ones get to send a third of their conference, Vinny, automatically.
What do you want? Top 4? I mean, we could do top 4.
I think it should just be whoever's the best gets in. You get one guaranteed from each conference, and then the rest is just a crapshoot. I think that makes sense. Maybe the best 2 from each conference, but.
All right, enough blabbering about
college
sports and
yuck. Get out of here.
Basketball. This is why you came
Super
here
Bowl
for.
week.
Super Bowl week. Woo! I'm not watching.
Oh, Pro Bowl's over. The NFC beat the AFC, and
crap.
nothing changed. Nobody was concerned.
No flag football. Dude, the amount of drops in that game was absurd. What? You are
Are
a
these the
professional
same guys
athlete.
I watch on my TV? What's going on?
You're professional athletes, and you have hands like the Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers.
What's going on? You guys?
Did we just see a preview of the Chiefs a week before, or what? I'm confused.
No hands? No hands? Is this CD Lamb or is this Leedy Katam or something? What's going on here? Am I watching Geno Smith, or is this just Geno from down the street? Geno Smith looked bad. There's some bad throws. When you have Geno Smith in your Pro Bowl game, no one wants to they don't want to go to the Pro Bowl. And you can have a skills competition, but bring back the actual game. Make the old legends play against the new guys, guys from a couple years ago. Put some actual
We should start a petition.
passion into it.
Start a petition right now.
This just feels lazy. It just feels everyone's dancing and holding hands down south, and hooray, we're all having fun. I get it.
Speaking of having fun, we have 2 teams in the Super Bowl right now. doing the interviews, but they're like collaborating. It's just so whack.
I was trying
you
to
are playing.
I was trying
on
to
Sunday.
figure out where you were going with that the whole time.
And
But
I got there.
I think Super Bowl interviews have become sort of like reverse psychological warfare. Like, don't say anything mean about the other team, because in his bulletin board material, we've seen that in like years past. I mean, when like the Eagles played the Bucks up in Philly, they said they couldn't play in the cold. This is like 04 or something. Bucks tore them apart. We've seen this basically every team that Brady's played. He treats it like MJ, where it's like he imagines someone said something mean to him, so he goes out and just beats the crap out of them. So, like, Deflategate, I mean, they won the Super Bowl that year, did they not?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so like, it's something like that. You don't want to give.
It wasn't Deflategate, but okay.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like that's what happened before.
No.
You don't want to give the team you're playing against more fuel, so it feels like that. It doesn't feel like they're holding hands and singing Kumbaya. It feels like if I say the wrong thing, they're gonna say that to themselves for the next 2 weeks and come out fired up and ready to just run us over. So maybe that's why. That would make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, say anything mean behind closed doors with no cameras. Don't say it right to a camera.
Well, I mean, like, you literally just saw, like, Patrick Mahomes was taking selfies with Brock Purdy and Scott Hansen. It's like, what? You guys are playing within 5 days, and you're here taking selfies? Just like, hey, say cheese. Speaking of Mahomes' dad. See, like I said, Mahomes' family.
I can't believe you skipped over my other Pro Bowl stories.
I'll get there.
You're going to circle back?
I just had a better
You're gonna circle
transition. I had a better transition into Mahomes' dad than I did with
Just go
Parsons,
with it. Just go with it.
okay?
Just go with it.
Sheesh.
Just go with it. You know so much about it. Go on. You had the transition.
I did have the transition, and then he's like, what about all these other reports?
I think it's his third DUI, which is insane. And now they've just released that they're going to let him attend the Super Bowl. I guess technically he's not like been jailed yet, but feels. Someone was like, "Is this rich privilege?" I'm like, "No, this is Mahomes privilege. This is what happens when your son's like the most famous quarterback in the NFL." If this was someone else, do you think they'd let them out to like watch their kid's game? No.
I mean, speaking of like good player privilege, we're talking about Ray Lewis and how he got muted on TV. I tried so hard on that.
Did you hear why he said it or why he got muted?
No.
So there's like some foul or some penalty they didn't like, some holding call or whatever. And they have them live mic'd because, of course, it's Pro Bowl. They have everyone mic'd. They're playing the mics basically like they do for All-Star Game, what every sport does for their games, more or less. And he's upset, so he says, "That's so gay," and they immediately mute him. Like, they were waiting. They had their – so, like, here's the button. Their hand is, like, there. They were just waiting for it. They hit that button faster than you would have. I was like – like, the sound clip was going around. You barely even caught it in the sound clip because it was gone that fast. So – they're good. They learned their lesson.
Man. Did you see what? It was Micah Parsons that like signaled a first down right behind the ref. I don't know what player it was, but
I love when like players like get hot mic'd by the refs, like they just start screaming bloody murder and like the whole stadium catches it.
No, there was a one penalty like I don't know, like a couple of years ago, one of the players just goes F-bomb, and it was like everyone heard it.
Someone's like, "That's not an effing holding." It's like, one guy got called for like a personal foul. He's like, "I was just messing around. I didn't mean it." It's the greatest. I gotta find that. That's like the greatest one. He's just like, "I was just messing around. I didn't mean it."
When football even begins to get started.
After the play, personal foul and necessary roughness. Offense number 86.
I was just kidding around.
Lee Smith.
15-yard penalty. The line of game was reached. It'll be 1st and 10.
All right.
Did he say I was just kidding around?
Something like that.
That's a pretty good defense. I was just joking when I whacked him.
Not when the yellow comes out. Take a look. Oh, man.
Oh, he was goofing around with somebody he knew.
But that one was wild. And the other like crazy interaction of the weekend was like Parsons, like they have these guys playing a Madden game. So it was like Joku and Tyreek versus like Parsons. I don't even remember who the other guy was for the NFC. I can't remember because he was so like didn't matter to the story. But NFC's apparently winning after the first half, and they're asking the AFC like, what's their game plan? They're asking the NFC if they're surprised, and Parsons is like, I'm not surprised. He's just showing why Cleveland is Cleveland. And it's like, my brother in the Lord, you are on the same couch as this guy from Cleveland. You can't talk.
How do you leave out Puka and Nakua?
Because he didn't say anything like the whole clip. So of course I could leave him out. But no, like Parsons says Cleveland is Cleveland, and Joku, God bless Joku's heart, calls him out like right away. He's like, we're sitting on the same couch. Like, what does that mean? Like, that's the dumbest statement ever. Cleveland is Cleveland. Dallas is Dallas. Miami's Miami. Dallas is always going to be Dallas. What has Dallas done in the last 30 years?
Nothing. Dallas is going to Dallas.
Dallas is Dallas then. Why are we having this conversation? Like, Micah Parsons is, like, quickly becoming, like, one of my least favorite players because he's all talk and not enough results.
I mean, he's pretty result on the field, but that's about it.
Not as much as he talks. If you've ever gone through, like, his Twitter or, like, just...
I'm the best linebacker.
Yeah, he says some of the dumbest things. It's like, dude,
Well,
you better back this up.
It's better
You just
than
can't.
Claypool saying that he's the best receiver in the league.
Yeah, look what that got him. He can't even play with the Bears.
Oh, man.
Oof.
Yeesh.
But
That guy.
no, Parsons is like, someone's got to take away his phone, bro, because he just says whatever he thinks and it doesn't work. Like, this is dumb. How are you going to insult a team when you're at the same event as them? Because neither one of you made the Super Bowl. And if we're judging losses, they lost worse. Like, we said this back on our wild card show, right?
Yeah, we did.
You lost to the 7th seed at home. We lost on the road. We're not the same.
We're not the same.
We had our 4th quarterback on the year and our 6 different linemen starting. We're not the same. But, you know, back to the Super Bowl. Just those are like the 2 biggest things. Actually, some interesting things to come out of the Pro Bowl. Usually it's just like a sleep fest.
Right,
I mean, you just yawn, so. Yeah,
I
basically that's
don't
what
know.
happened.
I don't know that we were wanting to talk much about the Pro Bowl as much as we want to talk about the
Oh,
Super Bowl.
no, but I had to
Because-
squeeze those 2 things in.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, like,
It's-
Kyle Shanahan, man.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan looked tipsy, slurred some of his words.
Did you hear the interview at all?
Yeah, I did. It's like, what, dude? What are you
I
saying?
just saw like the photo. I didn't even like get a chance to listen to it because this was like recent. You don't have to show me.
I'm showing you.
Every time this guy, I tell him like you can show me this after the show, but
I mean, fine. I can
judging by the photo itself, it looked rough. Like, but I mean, can you blame him? Wouldn't you have a bender if you made it to Vegas?
No, but you're also game planning a Super Bowl.
He's probably got a game planned already. They're all good.
Well, yeah, and install.
They probably spent the last week like game planning it all, and this week they're just installing it.
Yeah.
So it was wild. But
Oh,
otherwise, not.
Also, another story that came out.
Oh, is there another one? I was
yeah,
gonna say it was hard to
well,
find them.
I know you might hate me for bringing this story up because you don't want to hear it, but apparently, like Taylor Swift was with 21 Savage, and so Kelsey about to go insane this week.
Travis Kelce,
Travis
fantasy
Kelce.
alert. Travis Kelce, fantasy alert. over. Everything. Bet the whole house on the over. I don't care what over it is. Don't even look. Just start hitting overs. No, did she have like that other dude that she hugged like up in like the, what is it called? The suite like halfway through the year. You don't remember that? Like, she turned around and just hugged some dude.
I don't remember.
It's wild. It's weird. I mean, oh, that looks that's a little bit too close for comfort if I'm Kelsey.
Sorry, Kelsey. You're about to have your best revenge game coming up here.
Making a kissy face on another man's selfie is just that's asking for problems when you're a superstar. Not the blurry selfie.
Not the blurry
oh,
selfie.
No,
No.
21.
21, what are you doing?
21. Can you hold still for me? Can you take it with better focus for me? 21.
Oh my god.
Now that I'm done doing my 21 cover. I got practice in case this game doesn't break the way I want it to.
Yeah, we could get a Logan cover of a Taylor Swift album.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
great, perfect. Just what I wanted. More work. Perfect.
So, do I need to do something at the 49ers?
You could. My only, I guess, yeah, what would you do if there was a 49ers win?
I don't know.
Maybe you show up and like that'd be tough. You don't have a pickaxe here, do you, by chance?
I don't think so. Why? What are
I was like, you dress up like a 49er.
Oh.
I guess if there's like a San Fran like team song, sing it. I don't know. There's not much. Maybe you could dress up like Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I could do that. I mean,
You already kind of
dressed
did.
up- I kind of dressed up as Match Patricia, so you know I could definitely pull off
I don't
Brock
know.
Purdy.
Maybe do your
But
best
no,
Kyle
I'm-
Shanahan
I'm like-
impression.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he sounded
yeah,
like.
exactly. See, I already got
Killing
it
it
down.
already on it.
But no, I should come in Brock Purdy, but like, did you see the female version of him?
Oh. What was the name that they gave it? Like,
I don't know, but it was kind of funny.
not Brockafina or something. It was some. I can't believe that someone did that. They went through and they made. This was like I think 3 years ago now, 2 years ago. I don't remember. Maybe they've done it recently. They made all like the quarterbacks like women.
Yep. I remember that.
Strange, but also like everyone. You had to look because you're just like I've got to know what my quarterback looks like as a woman, and I was disappointed by Deshaun. I gotta tell you what, we've got the like second ugliest quarterback in the league to Roethlisberger. It was bad. And then of course there's Jimmy Garoppolo, always stunning, bro. Always looks good no matter what. If only he could play football.
I know, right?
If he could play football, he'd be more famous than Tom Brady.
Bro, what is this?
I'm telling you, yeah, Tom looks crazy.
Tom looks crazy. Tom looks like that.
Tom's got like the crazy eyes. Like Tom's eyes as a dude are fine because it looks intense. But if you like put like a wig on him, it just makes him look like he's ready to like intensely stab your tires. Maybe he just looks crazy no matter what, and we just haven't realized it yet.
What the fudge? Baker Mayfield?
Doesn't even look like Baker.
No.
Oh, yeah,
Wilson.
Zach.
There's
Yeah,
Zach.
the internet likes Zach Wilson.
I
Not gonna
know.
lie.
Jesus. Kirk
You gotta
Duggins.
find the ones where they had like the made up names they gave them. That made it even greater because they just did like name puns with all of them. They just spun it off their names. But I don't know. It's been kind of a dead Super Bowl week for news. Like we haven't had like any crazy storylines. I guess one or two.
Tona Brady.
Yeah, Tona Brady.
Justine Fields.
Don't talk about. It's good.
Patricia Mahomes.
Not good.
Megan Stafford.
Go back up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Matthew Stafford as a woman looks like what a lot of Midwestern women look like to anyone who's not from the Midwest. Like, that's like how they cast him in the commercials. That is the stereotypical Midwestern woman. Is it not? Like when they pull up like the Purina like cat food commercial, that's the woman feeding the cat. That's the woman.
my God.
Like right there. That's her. Or him in this case. I don't know.
Kylie.
I remember that. They made Kyler's photo short. So
This is your Deshaun Watson.
it wasn't good.
Deshaun Watson.
It wasn't good. It was so not good.
Jetty Garoppolo.
Yeah. Show the camera, please. I mean, I'll show an image if it's not clear. That's ridiculous. Come on. That's just unfair. It's like magazine cover man and woman. Bro got all the genes and the looks, and
Bro
none of
got
them.
the jawline too. Just like
All of his genes went towards looks, and none of them went towards throwing the ball past 20 yards. Like balance, man.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron's not good.
Christine Cousins.
I don't
Zara
know.
Wilson.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who came up with this. Whoever did, it was like so good. It got such good engagement.
Macy Jones. Oh, this is Mac Jones. This is what Mac Jones
That
was
looks-
this whole season.
That looks like the nerdy kid who like becomes a pretty
Okay.
girl in every Disney Channel
I can do
movie.
it with this camera too. Fine.
No switch.
Okay. Yeah, this is what my quarterback was playing like too.
What do you mean playing like a girl? What do you mean by that, Vinny? What do you mean
I
by
got
that?
canceled, guys.
What do you mean
Sorry,
by that?
I just got canceled.
What do you mean when you say play like a girl? Tell the viewers at home. What do you
How I
mean?
feel,
What do you
really feel.
mean? Explain on it. Build on that for me. When you say play like a girl,
No,
what
I
did you
did not
intend?
say play like a girl. I just said that's what he just. No,
Yeah, with the girl photo. What do you mean?
I just got canceled.
Yeah.
Canceled. You know, I think a woman could actually play better than Mac Jones could have. So
That's probably true.
You know,
Mac did not play very
no,
well.
he didn't.
There's got to be at least one who could zip a ball better than you.
I think Addy could have played a better quarterback than Mac Jones could have.
Eddie, can you throw a good football? Really zing it? No?
No.
It's not good.
No,
Comes out
not
all
good.
wobbly.
I still.
This didn't really. That's
No,
more of like
it
a
didn't
dart
really-
throw. That didn't really build much up. No. You'd be good at darts though. That's more important, honestly, in this part of the country to be good at darts. So.
Yeah. We need to play a game of cricket. That would be cool.
Where did that come from?
Darts.
You said cricket.
Yeah, the game where you gotta go after 20s, 18s,
Oh,
19s, 17s.
I thought you were talking
15s,
about something
16s.
else entirely. I was like,
No,
what?
not a game of cricket. Like, oh my god, are we?
For a moment, I thought croquet. I was like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
And then I said, wait a minute. You said cricket. I'm like, we buying crickets from PetSmart? Shailene Hurts. Crazy. Yeah, no, I read it. Yeah, someone gave the ratings with it, and Vinny's tastefully not reading them out loud. But you can find them all. It's all on Twitter. I'm pretty sure it's still up there. I don't think anyone's done.
Oh, that's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, no one's done.
Joe Burrow.
I'm surprised nobody's done a new one with like the AI that we have now. I feel like it'd be very easy, but whatever. Lamar Jackson's a great
I mean,
one.
speaking of AI, like the priceless pancake or whatever. Have you seen that?
No, I don't know
The
what you're
$1 pancake, the $10 pancake. It's what, bro? It's looking at me like I'm crazy.
You're talking about an AI pancake. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they created like an image like of a $1 pancake, and then like make me a $10, $20, and then $100 whatever.
Yeah.
And then it said make me a priceless pancake.
Yeah, they did this with like a bunny too, and they just said keep making it happier, and it just eventually turned into like
God,
like the biblical version of God. I was like, okay,
just like wow,
crazy.
Speaking of, we just need
How do we transition out of this?
We need a savior called Brock Purdy and just end
I need a savior called Brock Purdy. Not only am I depending on Taylor Swift not being shown to stay sober-ish, but I cannot sing Taylor's version. That would not be great. If I do, I will Photoshop my head over the cover. I swear. It'll be a full thing. I'll put it on. I don't know if I could put it on Spotify. I probably could. It's not that hard. I put other stuff on Spotify. And
Yeah,
since
just
it's,
replace her face with
I mean,
her face.
it's technically my version. Since I'm like dubbing over it, I'll just have to like. I hope I don't get copyrighted for.
Just put your face right over hers.
Yeah, I'll even like crop it so I have her hair, like the full 9 yards.
Also, unfortunate news: Taylor Swift is releasing another album.
It's still.
I told you. The second part of the logo is Taylor Swift. It's not the.
Vinny,
it
I
wasn't
told
the
you already.
Ravens.
She releases like 1 million albums every single year. It doesn't. But whatever. It's fine.
Anyway,
Anything else we want to talk about
49ers,
football?
Chiefs Super Bowl this Sunday. Watch it.
We haven't even predicted, but we'll predict it at the end.
We will do it.
Stay
with the best
tuned
of
until the end. Bets of the week.
Bets of the week.
Super Bowl edition.
Bum bum bum.
But yeah, let's.
We're gonna go into whack bets, like how many planes will fly over the national anthem.
So stay tuned.
So stay tuned for sure.
Don't fast forward, cheater. I'm saying don't you dare. Don't put down the remote. Put down your finger. Stop it. Stay tuned. Keep watching. Anyways, NBA news. This is big time actually now for the rest of these sports. Trade deadline this Thursday, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Could we see a mega trade, Vinny?
Could.
Klay Thompson, apparently he's not on the trade block, but that doesn't mean that there's not a big move. I mean, we've seen plenty of these teams are very close in the race. Maybe the Timberwolves make a big move. They're already in the lead, so I don't know why you would, but there's always one or two giant shake-up deals at the trade deadline. I don't think this year's going to be any different for the NBA, but we're going to have to wait and see. Only 48 hours, roughly, from the time of this filming, 45 hours, so it's going to come fast. And then NHL, Oilers are looking to tie the NHL win streak with a 17th straight win. They're playing the Golden Knights tonight at 9 p.m. Central Time. Do you think they're going to get it done? Do you think Vegas is going to hold strong and keep them away from that NHL win record?
I mean, they couldn't. I don't think.
17 straight wins for our hockey is absurd.
Wild.
For any level. I mean, we've seen at our level the Force and USHL have been very good, but
What, it was like 12 wins was we set
Yeah,
a franchise record and then we lost.
Yeah, like almost immediately. Like it's just like, oh, we set the new record.
Oh my God, we set a new record! And
I
then
wonder
we
if that
sold.
almost inspires teams when they get on a streak like that to keep winning. I mean, we saw this with like teams like the A's. I mean, you saw it with like the NFL is a bit trickier because you want to go undefeated the whole season, not just have a streak. But you see this in a lot of these longer season sports where like you'll hit a hot streak and you almost like pour everything into that streak, and then as soon as you get it, it just gone. You know, all the win leaves the sails and you lose. But yeah, they got to get it done tonight. I actually might watch that game. That's going to be interesting.
That would be a really good game for
Plus,
sure.
I kind of like Vegas. Vegas is kind of one of my teams. Vegas, Buffalo, a little bit of Red Wings. I don't know. If Wisconsin put a team, I'd become a diehard fan tomorrow. That easy. That easy. So, but. And then the Blackhawks, our good buddy Connor's team, they're going to be hosting the Winter Classic at Wrigley, which is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. So that might be something to look forward to and possibly attend if you're a hockey fan. Baseball fan, great crossover. Historic stadium. I don't think it's ever hosted a hockey game. I don't know if Wrigley ever has.
I don't think they have, but I'm not that informed on hockey stuff. So that's why I just kind of let you take over the segment.
It's weird. I'm not seeing anything about it ever being played there in its lifetime. I mean, this is new. The Classic's fairly new. Like 2008 was the first one. We've seen Ralph Wilson Stadium, the Buffalo Bills' old stadium, hold it. Oh, Wrigley Field has held it in 09. So it's not the first time. So obviously it's going back. Fenway's held it, Heinz Field. Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor's held it several times. There you go, Vinny. Gillette Stadium's held it.
Yup.
Busch Stadium, they've held it at the Cotton Bowl Stadium, Target Field, Fenway again. I mean, it's kind of been all over the place. I'm surprised Lambeau hasn't held it yet. That feels like it has to. Like the historic field that's missing out, that's cold enough for it to hold, is Lambeau. That would sell. I mean, I remember they had a soccer game back like a year or two ago, like with, I don't remember, it was like Manchester City or something versus Manchester United. I can't remember the exact. I think that's what it was, but that sold out. Like people were there like 8-9 hours in advance, packed. So it would sell. That's just me pitching it, but and then of course the last Shell news is kind of sad. Hall of Famer Landy McDonald was hospitalized after a cardiac event. All thoughts and prayers go out to him. Sucks anytime a Hall of Famer of the sport, suffers any sort of health issues or complications.
For sure.
And then, of course, we've already lost one legend today, or yesterday, I believe. I don't remember. Toby Keith, the country legend. That was wild.
That was crazy.
That caught me out of.
That
came out of right field.
Yep.
That was So, gonna blast his albums tonight. So, I'm being honest.
Just
like,
have a moment
I'm
of
not
silence
I'm not a
right
big
now.
country guy, but even I
That was a good
recognize
album
Toby
for sure.
Keith. So that one hurt. But
Let's just take a moment of silence for him real quick. All right.
and then let's go raise a red Solo Cup for him,
Yeah.
just like he would want us to do.
Exactly.
And then, on some lighter notes, MLB spring training is 2.5 weeks away, so not very long till baseball season, and that's going to get me interested in the Brewers, who are going to understandably and inevitably let me down at the end of the year, but
Just
whatever,
like they always
it's
do.
fine. Just depends how fast they let you down. Clayton Kershaw will be back to the Dodgers. He said he's returning, and then the massive signing, Bobby Witt Jr., 11 years, $288 million with the Royals.
Shush.
That's like $800 million from like a big market team. The Royals do not pay that kind of money, so he's not going anywhere. Probably the biggest signing in Kansas City Royals history since like Salvi Perez, possibly bigger. So, and then lastly, Shohei Ohtani is penciled in to bat third, and he says he's going to be ready by the opener. Maybe not spring training, but he says he's ready by opening day.
Nice.
So, maybe, hopefully, it'd be a lot more fun to see him playing and swinging, than sitting on the bench, getting cameras thrown in his face while he spits seeds. But He's got to make it there first. But then this means that we are finally, if you're ready.
I've been trying to look at.
You can't find them?
I cannot find them.
Vinny.
I'm sorry. I've been looking while you've been talking.
How do you not find them?
All right. So, first baseline that we can cover right now is the spread.
You're not going to intro it? Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Bets of the week.
Bets of the week.
Let's go, baby.
Here we go.
We waited all year.
Best part of the episode.
These are the two teams we might have not wanted, but we waited all year for this.
Ah!
Run it down for me.
First bet is the 49ers and Chiefs spread. 49ers -2 in this game, which is wild. But we got money line. We could do 49ers -125 or the Chiefs +105. What do you got?
-2 for the Niners.
-2 for the Niners?
I'll take that.
I mean, yeah,
Field
I
goal?
understand that.
Game-winning field goal. Jake Moody, he said himself. He said he'd take it. I like the Niners better than I like the Chiefs, Vinny.
I mean, yeah.
It's felt like the Chiefs have made it here on borrowed time. We watched, well, I mean, to be fair, the Dolphins suck, so that one they deserve. But we've watched the Bills collapse, do some weird late game playmaking, and a Tyler Bass miss. And then the Ravens absolutely collapsed, like, 3 fumbles, an interception. By the way, that Isaiah Likely bet would have hit if he didn't throw a pick in the end zone, because that's who he was throwing it to.
Exactly.
We were literally that close to hitting a player parlay for $750, I believe.
Yep.
It was just one Lamar pick away. But.
Yep.
So it feels kind of like the Chiefs have made it here because every team folded, but at the same time, so have the Niners.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
Green Bay gave away the game, Detroit gave away the game, so I don't know.
Detroit definitely gave away the game.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
That third quarter was a bit. That third quarter is a bit weird, but I like the Niners better. They feel like the more complete team. The Chiefs.
I
the
just
Chiefs
don't
O-line
feel comfortable.
The Chiefs O-line has been a question all year. The receiving core has been a problem all year. Travis Kelce has shown his age at times. And when you're in a big game like the Super Bowl, you want to take the team with less questions. And even though Mahomes is probably the best player in the field, you don't take the best player, you take the best team. And San Fran feels like the best team.
I don't know if I feel comfortable taking 49ers -2 spread, but I could definitely see us taking the over or under instead of the money line and spread on this game, being 47.5, and I would take the over. That's me personally. We got 2 dominant offenses, and I would just do that. What do you think?
You're taking the under?
I would take the over.
The over? What is it at?
47.5. Did that just go in one ear and out the other?
Yeah, a little bit.
He was like, what?
I found your exotic prop bets, but that's not
we're talking
bad. I don't know. We've seen a lot of this has been a very defensive year in the NFL. We've seen a lot of low-scoring games. I mean, we just watched Ravens-Chiefs that we thought was going to be high-scoring. Remember, we took the over on that. We thought this game's 50 degrees. It's going to be high-scoring.
17. Wait.
17-10.
Yeah, 17.
You said that in the show. You said 17-7. I was like, this guy is just dumb.
That's the score I had in my head. I forgot Justin
Tucker
made a field goal.
You're just taking away the last field goal.
Yeah.
Weird. But yeah, 27 combined. Weird. We've seen. I mean, the Niners have put up points, so we've seen both the teams put up points. It's just I've also watched the Super Bowl where it's Patriots-Rams is like 9-3.
13-3, yeah.
Yeah, we've seen Seattle-Denver where it was like 48-14. So Super Bowls have been all over the place. It hasn't been like predictable where like for basically 2010 before that, it was always like within a touchdown, both teams either score a lot or score a little. It feels like much more dynamic, so it's not a bad over to take. I wouldn't blame you for taking it, but I'm going to take the one I'm more comfortable with, and that's Niners -2.
Okay.
Because if I'm taking the Niners to win, which please, I don't want to sing Taylor's version. Please, Brock Purdy, please.
Please save me.
Save us, Brock Purdy. Please, Brock Purdy, save us. Brock Purdy, please save us.
Anyway, another Super Bowl bet is the national anthem, which, going on DraftKings, is 90.5 seconds.
Ooh.
Are you taking the over or the under?
Who's singing it again? Oh, look.
But,
Oh, is it Reba?
Reba.
I don't know anything about Reba
I
singing,
know.
which makes it a perfect bet. Reba McEntire. I'm going to go over because I feel like if you're going to have a flyover, it's got to be longer. You got to hold the notes,
Right.
you know. And this doesn't feel like someone who's going to cut themselves off. It feels like someone's going to hold the notes because I'm pretty sure Reba holds the notes.
Yep. And I mean, there was
Please be over.
another bet on the planes being flown over for the national anthem.
Yeah, you sent me this going in.
Yes,
before
I
today.
did. Their line is over under 4.5 planes in the flyover. 4.5. The guy, it was
So weird. I can't believe we're betting on how many planes there are. So odd. Like, what are we doing?
All right.
but-
Well, let's just take a consensus. I'm taking the over.
Now, does this count as an over 4.5 if there's 5 and one of them flies away to signify like the missing pilot or whatever, missing soldier?
Yeah.
Does that still
that's
count as 5?
planes, Yep.
Okay, so it's not like how many finish it, it's just how many are.
Yep.
I'd go over. I'd
I'm
say
taking
5.
the over.
I'm saying 5 fly over.
Addy over under back there. You know, we just know as much.
Over?
Over.
Yeah.
3 overs. All right,
Over.
we got a consensus.
We didn't ask her
Over.
about the national
National
Anthem.
anthem over under 90.5 seconds.
also.
Over.
So we're going all overs. We're all in agreement in the first 2.
Over the score 2 with 47.5. Did you want to take that too?
Nah, we'll stay separate for that one. I'll let you be wrong on that one by yourself.
Okay. So you're taking the
You've
under.
got one I haven't heard of yet here
I
on your
know.
screen. Do you want to read it off?
We are betting on the main color of Reba's hat.
The main color of Reba McEntire's hat. The options are basically every single color in the books. You have any favorite colors?
Well, red is the first one going with plus.
Do you feel like it? I feel like it
200.
has to be red because both teams are red, but also like artists do whatever they want. It is Vegas, so maybe it could be like a gold theme or something. I don't know. You got a color bet at all, Vinny?
I'd say red.
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 Go back up to the colors. Don't keep scrolling. Give me my color bets. Come on, Vinny.
Hey, I'm
Come
sorry.
on.
We got red going at plus 200, brown going at plus 300, black going at plus 350, yellow going at 600, gray going at plus 900, orange going at plus 900, pink going at 104,
1400.
1400.
There
Sorry.
you go.
Blue
Very
going at 1800 and green going at 2500. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with a simple black. Simple black.
Simple black?
I mean, red would make sense, but since
What, is
like
she attending a funeral over here or
yeah,
what?
it's classy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe she wears black with some other color. Wait, go back up. Any word omitted?
Yeah.
Don't care about that.
Yeah. Quarterback first to be shown during the national
Oh,
anthem.
jeez,
Patrick
they do
Mahomes.
have every kind of bet.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll show Mahomes first. They always
Yep.
show the star player first.
Coach should be shown in the first. I'd say Kyle Shanahan with
No,
plus 125. Give me the underdog story on this
that one's
one.
trickier because they've both been in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll maybe show Reed before they show Shanahan because they like to show both teams guys first. So if they show Mahomes first, they're gonna show Reed first. I feel like that's how that works.
Right.
Do you have a Super Bowl MVP favorite without knowing who wins? I feel like that's like the next big bet.
Wait. Looking back at the length of the national anthems, they were all over 90.5 seconds. 90.5 is actually really low.
When's the last time we've? Yeah, it's been good Lord, it keeps going. We haven't had one that's been under 90.5 seconds since Jewel in like 98. It's been a
Yeah.
while. I told you, these people love to hold the last notes. They love to stretch it out. So it's going to go over. It has to.
So we got the plane. Oh, Gatorade color.
Gatorade color is a big one.
Yep. What do you think?
Geez, the colors are usually like... Do they have favorites for the colors?
Yeah, I got you.
Purple's a big one, I know.
Purple's a big one. Blue's a
Blue.
big one. Yellow, green, lime.
Yeah, so they make like lemon lime kind of one color, so yellow green's mashed in.
Right.
Orange.
Orange.
Orange did win.
Orange did
The
win
last time
year.
the Chiefs won. Do they go back to the orange for good luck?
I'd go with the orange there too. That's me, but
I think. Could you give me a second to go back up? Good lord. That's it?
This is it.
This guy is ridiculous.
Jeez.
I'm going to go blue.
Blue. Plus
I'm saying the
250.
Niners win, they go blue. Blue Gatorade.
Blue Gatorade.
Yep.
Huh.
I mean, if the Chiefs win, it makes sense to have orange.
I'd say orange.
Just go with the.
I'd say orange if the Chiefs win, but if the 49ers win, I can see green doing it.
Does Eddie have a Gatorade
Addy,
bag color?
what do you got going on back there? You got purple, blue, yellow, green, lime, which is 1, orange, and red - pink, or water, or no Gatorade bath.
No Gatorade never happens, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that one never hits.
Blue?
Blue.
Yeah, Team Blue.
Team Blue.
Show up and
What are
represent.
we in Pokemon Go now?
That's right. I'm Team Mystic. And then the last big one, unless you find any other massive ones on that page.
I mean, there was one that I talked about yesterday was
feel free
Taylor
to
Swift.
stop me, but that's what I was going to bring up, is Taylor Swift's engagement. Will she be engaged to? Will she not be? I don't really care, but it's a bet. I'm going to go no. I don't care if they win, if they don't win. The relationship has been too short, Taylor. You've proven time and again you can't date a man. You only date him to write a song. You have bad taste in men because you've written a lot of songs about your bad taste in men. Like, if they get married, this is going to be like a bachelor marriage where it's like, oh, they're together happily, and a year and a half, they're gone. They, like, hate each other. They can't
Well,
even
I
stand
mean, if
each
they
other.
did get married, would Taylor Swift change her last name to Kelsey?
No,
Taylor
there's
Kelsey?
no way. At most, she's doing, like, a Swift-Kelsey. No, like, they're both big names, so it's not, like, as crazy, but there's no way she, no. Her name's a whole brand. She can't change that easily. But I'm going to say no proposal, regardless of the game's outcome. You think no?
I'd say no.
Addie saying no?
No.
Yeah,
Nope.
I don't buy it.
Well,
This sounds like Swifty cult talk, where it's like, it's perfect, like, ending. Like, no, it doesn't make sense, realistically. They've only been together for, like, a year at most.
Yeah.
That's too fast, especially for Mama Kelsey. She couldn't do that.
Mama Kelsey couldn't handle it.
Jason's had a happy marriage. He dated his woman for how long before? Like a couple of years.
While. I mean, they did meet on Tinder, too, so.
Yeah, I do
this
remember
one
that.
did not meet on Tinder, so I don't know how.
Didn't he, like, talk about her in public? And then they just started dating? It was weird how they met. So Kylie McDevitt, that's who it was.
Dating.
But now she's Kylie Kelsey, which is fitting. Hopefully her middle name isn't also. Anyways, I won't finish that sentence.
Well, so there was a trend on the coin toss in the Super Bowl where
We didn't call it coin toss.
Yeah,
Vinny.
we didn't talk about the coin toss, and there was a trend going on last year where the loser of the coin toss won the Super Bowl, and it's been that.
That's very weird.
Yeah. Coin toss. No, the Chiefs actually broke that trend last year because the winner of the coin toss went to lose the game in 8 straight Super Bowls.
Ooh.
But then the Chiefs
won it and beat the Eagles. They have a weird thing called an octopus, apparently.
Yep, and that's where a team will score 8 points. So
or a player will score 8 points. So he scores a touchdown and the 2 points.
And the 2.
Will any player propose to his girlfriend? Maybe, but not Taylor.
Not Taylor.
Yeah,
the Chiefs broke a lot of
so we're missing. So we're missing a couple big ones. There's still some big ones. So will Fan run on the field? This is great. There was one guy who actually bet this, and he did it himself, and they had to pay him out because they didn't say. Nope. It just had to be a streak or whatever, and he did it. So he got like kicked out, spent the night in jail and made like I think like a couple million, something crazy. But
Scoronami.
Odds are strong it will not happen. However, for a person willing to do jail time and make a lot of money, it may not be a terrible risk if they get past the most secure. That's true. You got to break security.
Yep.
I'd lean towards no, but man, I really hope so.
That'd be cool.
Scorigami's kind of weird. Gatorade color we got. What team will Drake curse? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Drake did curse a couple teams.
Yeah,
there.
I don't know. That one's a weird bet. They're saying if the Chiefs win, Taylor Swift will go to the White House and endorse Biden, and then Las Vegas gets invaded by aliens, and the game ends in a tie.
What?
We gotta talk about it. All right. So coin toss first before we get to this. Coin toss, heads, tails.
It's gonna be tails. Tails never fails.
Tails.
I got tails.
Addy, heads or tails?
Heads, tails.
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 Tails, gang.
Tails. Tails never fail, baby.
I've never heard of this before. I didn't hear about this bet till today. Las
Yeah, I
Vegas.
guess.
So there's apparently a bet, I guess, that Las Vegas gets invaded by aliens and the game ends early in a tie. Honestly, that seems like a win-win.
Dubs.
You get to watch an alien invasion live.
And 2 Super Bowl winners.
You don't have to watch Taylor Swift show up on the screen anymore, and nobody wins.
Oh, so great.
I wouldn't hate it. Oh, and of course, they put at the very end, it'd be interesting to wager if they're visiting to learn about humanity or see Taylor Swift. God, this is why...
Dude, why would you put a spin like that on there? Oh my God. We're talking about an alien invasion, and they spin it off to see Taylor Swift. Like,
It's
what?
still about Taylor.
Holy crap.
How is it still about Taylor? How? How do you still make it about Taylor? Even Taylor doesn't care this much about Taylor. How?
Even Taylor does.
How? Her bathroom mirror doesn't talk about her this much. How do you spin an alien invasion about Taylor Swift? They did it. They just did it.
But they did it.
I don't get it.
They did it. I don't understand, but they did it.
All right. Well, we're saying no. I hope so, but no,
No.
for that one.
Addie? Yes,
Alien invasion?
no.
Yes.
Yes, an alien
Yeah.
invasion. We got a yes.
Let's
Crazy.
go. Let's go.
Anyway, that is all that we have for the show. We are looking forward to.
You are looking? I wasn't. I just don't care about the Super Bowl.
We are looking to talk about the Super Bowl next week and the results. And
It's gonna be fun.
it is
I'm gonna
be
get
fun.
a little bit plastered. Hopefully not become a songwriter. Vinny's gonna
I'm-
have to figure out something for himself. You
I'm
gotta
coming
do
over
something.
I'm coming over to your house. We're gonna be partying. This is gonna be great.
If it was like cold though, you could like jump like bare chest in the snow or whatever, do like a marathon and stuff.
just pull like a
You've
Buffalo
gotta-
Bills and jump through a table.
You've got to like figure out something. Like maybe like you go outside with like a sign and say like, honk if you want me to take a drink if the Niners win, and just see how long you can last in the corner. That might be good.
Man,
You gotta do something.
go pull up to that corner over there and be like
Yeah.
honk, take a shot.
Because you've got no reason right now to like care
I
about
know.
who wins.
I don't. I'm just looking forward to Logan singing the national or singing Taylor Swift.
Singing the national anthem.
That would be good for you anyway.
Am I Reba McEntire? I am Reba McEntire. But
Anyway, that will do it for the show. We are looking forward to discussing the Super Bowl next week, and stay tuned for a lot more.
after
come.
this, it's going to be all March Madness action. So this is the last breath of football, and then it'll be mock draft season. But it's going to be fun. Even though we didn't got the teams we wanted, it's going to be a good time. So stay safe, have fun, get plastered, and enjoy what America truly is, a Super Bowl.